You hit snooze, again. Third time this week. Not because you're tired, because when the alarm rings, you choose comfort instead of starting. And every time you do, your morning gets rushed, your work gets delayed, and you spend the day trying to catch up. You tell yourself, tomorrow I'll fix this. You don't. By the end of this video, you'll know one rule that stops this hesitation, and you'll know how to start hard work without arguing with yourself, starting tomorrow. This isn't just about waking up. You do the same thing with work, with messages you avoid, and with goals you delay. You decide at night, you quit in the morning, not because you're weak, because different parts of you are making different choices. One part wants progress, one part wants comfort, one part wants escape, and every day, comfort wins. The Ashen Path doesn't promise easy, it promises alignment. If that's what you need, consider subscribing and walk it with the Last Ronin. In a moment, I'll show you the system that ends that fight completely, but first you need to see why forcing yourself never worked. This morning you opened your laptop with a plan. Clear one, you'd outlined it last night, felt good about it. But the second you sat down, something shifted. The urgency wasn't there, the clarity gone, just resistance. So you checked email instead, then Slack, then the news, then back to email. 30 minutes disappeared and you didn't do the one thing you sat down to do. You are aware of this while it is happening. You watch yourself avoid, you feel the split. Mind, this is what matters. Heart, I don't want to face this yet. Body, already opening another tab, and you let the body win because the heart screamed louder than the mind could reason. Later today, someone will ask you something. You'll have an answer. Honest one, clear. But your mouth will say something softer, safer, the version that doesn't create tension. And tonight you'll replay it, wishing you'd said what you actually thought, but you won't next time either. Because in that moment, your heart wants approval more than your mind wants truth. This is your daily existence. You set an intention. You mean it. You feel it. Then the moment arrives and a different part of you takes control, the part that wants comfort, that avoids friction, that chooses easier over honest. And you watch it happen. Feel the betrayal. Know you are lying to yourself. Then do it again tomorrow. Every time you split like this, something inside you erodes. Not dramatically, not all at once. Just a slow loss of self, trust, a quiet voice that says, you don't mean what you say. And after enough repetitions, that voice becomes your identity. This is where you get stuck. The Last Ronin doesn't negotiate with himself. When he decides, it is decided. There is no committee meeting afterward. No part of him lobbying to reconsider. No voice whispering, maybe later. You think that is discipline. It is not. Discipline is what you need when you are divided. When your mind says move and your heart says wait, and you have to force yourself through the gap. He doesn't force. He aligns first, before the blade leaves the sheath. Every part of him has already agreed. Mind sees the threat clearly. Heart accepts what it will cost. Body executes without delay. One thought, one feeling, one action, not three separate votes. One unified movement. You don't live like this. You are split into factions. Every decision requires negotiation between parts that don't trust each other. Mind wants growth, heart wants comfort. Body wants rest, and most of the time, no agreement is reached. So you freeze, or move divided, or do the thing your heart wanted while your mind watches in disappointment. The old warriors didn't have separate words for heart and mind, one character for both. Kokoro, because separating them was madness. A samurai with clear thinking and a trembling heart cut down. A samurai with courage and clouded judgment, dead before he draws. Only when both unified could he move without hesitation, without regret, without the gap that kills. You lost this, somewhere in the comfort and safety and endless options. You fractured yourself. And now you live in constant negotiation, with parts of you that want different things. You felt this. The times you said yes when everything in you screamed no. The boundaries you set in the morning and abandoned by afternoon. The promises you made to yourself that you broke before lunch. Each time you do this, you teach yourself something that calcifies. I am not reliable. And once that becomes your self-concept, the split becomes permanent. Your brain needs the division to survive, not because it helps you. Because fractured gives you an exit. Watch the pattern. You decide something firm. I am not checking my phone for 2 hours. You mean it. You feel the conviction. 14 minutes later, your hand is reaching for it. You didn't reconsider. You didn't debate. You just forgot for 4 seconds. long enough for a different part to take over. Heart wanted dopamine, hand obeyed. Mind wasn't consulted, latter. You'll call it getting distracted. Don't lie, you got divided, or this. Someone disrespects you in front of others. Your mind sees it instantly, bait, ignore it. Responding makes you look reactive, but your heart is already burning, and your mouth is already forming words. You'll regret. You can feel it happening. You are watching yourself do it, and you can't stop. Because the part that is speaking isn't the part that is thinking. This is every single day for you, and your brain protects this pattern because division lets you avoid ownership. I wanted to, but didn't feel like it. Blame the heart. I felt strongly, but knew better. Blame the mind. You stay fractured. And fractured means you never have to admit the real problem, which is this. You can't be trusted, not by others, by yourself. You've proven it repeatedly, daily. You make decisions and reverse them. Set standards and lower them. Commit and quit. Every morning, you wake up with intentions. Every night, you go to bed having betrayed most of them. Not because you are weak, because you are not unified. And every betrayal widens the gap. Mind and heart stop communicating. They don't try to agree anymore. They just operate independently and hope your body picks the right one in the moment. That is why you are exhausted, not from the work, from managing the civil war. Stay with me, this changes how tomorrow works. Here is what the Ronin does that you refuse to do. Before action, he checks for unity, not readiness, not motivation. Unity, 3 parts. 1 question each. Mind. Do I see this clearly? Heart. Do I accept this completely? Body, am I ready to execute this? If all 3 answer yes, even quietly, even reluctantly, he moves instantly, fully, 0 delay. If one answers no, he stops, not to avoid, to resolve. Why does my heart resist? What is my mind uncertain about? Why does my body hesitate? He doesn't move until the conflict is clear, until all 3 align. You don't do this, you override. Force push through resistance and call it strength. But overriding yourself isn't discipline. It is self-violence. And eventually, maybe not today, maybe not this month, you fracture completely. You stop trusting your decisions, stop following through, stop believing change is even possible. Because you are not one person making choices. You are 3 people in one body, all pulling different directions, none listening to the others. Here is how you stop tomorrow. Before anything that matters, starting the work, sending the message, having the conversation, pause 3 seconds. Ask 1 question. Am I unified right now? Not. Do I feel good about this? Not. Am I confident? Just. Is there a part of me pulling against this? If yes, stop. Don't override. Don't force find the resistance. Name it out loud if necessary. I am afraid this will fail. I am angry and want to hurt them. I don't want to face this. Don't judge, don't suppress. Just acknowledge, then ask, knowing this, do I still choose to act? If every part, including the afraid part, the angry part, the tired part, says yes, move completely. No hesitation. If not, adjust. Find a smaller version you can fully commit to. Own aligned action destroys 100 divided ones. Work. You are staring at the task, the hard one, the one you've avoided for 4 days. Old pattern, open it. Feel dread, open another tab, scroll something meaningless. Feel worse, close tab, open task again. Repeat until you give up. New pattern before touching anything, check. My mind knows this has to happen, yes. My heart wants to run from it, yes. My body will execute, uncertain. Not unified. Ask. What version can all 3 commit to? Maybe it is 10 minutes. Maybe 1 section done poorly. Maybe just opening it and seeing what is there. Find the version that doesn't need force. Do that. Completely. Phone. Notification hits. Your hand moves before thought. Old pattern. Check it. Pure reflex. Not even a decision. New pattern. Pause. 1 second. Does my mind want this? No. Does my heart crave it? Yes. Will I regret checking? Yes, not unified. Craving is loud, but they're not agreeing. So you don't check, not because you are forcing self-control. Because you are choosing, with all 3 parts, not to. Fatigue, end of day. 1 thing left, small thing. You are done. Old pattern. I'll do it tomorrow. You won't, you know you won't, but you say it. New pattern. Check. Should I finish? Mind says yes. Do I have energy? Body says barely. Do I care? Heart says no, not unified. Ask, what doesn't betray me? Maybe you finish it badly. Maybe you do half and actually commit to tomorrow, no lying. Maybe you rest fully and genuinely start fresh. But you don't promise what you won't deliver. Conflict, someone attacks you. Hard, others are watching. Old pattern, react instantly, emotionally. Regret it 2 hours later. New pattern, pause. What does my mind see? This is bait. What does my heart feel? Rage. What does my body want? Strike back immediately, not unified. Emotion is steering, so you wait. Let the rage sit. Don't suppress it. Don't obey it. Wait until mind and heart agree on response. Then act calm, surgical, intentional. Not because you killed the emotion, because you integrated it. Pressure, high stakes. Everyone watching, decision needed now. Old pattern, freeze. Every part screaming different directions. Paralysis. New pattern, stop. Check. What does my mind see? 3 options. What does my heart fear? All of them failing. What is my body avoiding? Commitment. Name it. Say it out loud if you have to, then ask, which can I fully commit to? Not the perfect option, the aligned one, and move. Here is what shifts slowly, quietly, irreversibly. You stop regretting decisions because when you made them, every part of you is there. You stop second-guessing after action because no part disagreed. You stop feeling like a liar because you stopped promising what you couldn't deliver. Old, you had 3 voices fighting for control. New, you has 3 voices that speak before moving. Old, you needed motivation to override division. New, you doesn't need override. When unified, movement is natural. Old, you made commitments and broke them hourly. New, you checks first. So when you commit, you execute. This isn't confidence. Confidence performs for others. This is heavier, quieter, Kokoro. People sense it before understanding it. You don't hesitate the same way. Don't contradict yourself mid-sentence. Don't say yes then, disappear. You say what you mean what you say, do what you said. That is not discipline, that is integrity. Integrity isn't built through force. It is built through alignment. Known, check at a time. One pause where you asked, am I whole right now? And refused to move until you were. This becomes who you are, not someone trying to be disciplined. Someone who is aligned. The difference is everything. The Last Ronin doesn't fight himself. He stops, listens, waits for unity. And when all 3 agree, he moves. No split, no regret, no war, just presence. If this path speaks to you, walk it with the Last Ronin. The alignment is waiting.